Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy first Friday in October. I cannot believe it's October. We have 3 months left in 2024. That is crazy. I hope everyone's doing well. Let's go on and here we go. Always a little bit of a lag on Instagram. How is everyone this Friday morning? Normally, on Coffee with Angel, I start with a nice, pretty cup of coffee, and I'm usually not drinking it because I'm talking. Not this morning, y'all. I'm going to be drinking and talking. My head hit the pillow at 1:39 yesterday, 1:39 a.m. this morning. I had a quick one-day trip up to Phoenix and back. It was a very long day, so it's a good trip, great trip. But yeah, I'm going to be needing this during our talk. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Angel Cornelius, and I'm the founder of Maison 276, the creator of the three-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair, a healthy way to brighten, cleanse, and rejuvenate the natural brilliance of your silver hair without the use of purple dyes. And I hop on every Friday at 10 Eastern to just chit chat with the Maison 276 community. Sometimes we're talking about silver hair, and sometimes we're talking about other things that are just important to our community. Last week, we had a really interesting conversation on how people respond how you respond when people say, you don't look your age. So that was a really fun conversation, lots of engagement back and forth. And today, I was kind of thinking, as I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, what we would chat about this morning. And I was thinking, for whatever reason, a lot of things were, as always, streaming through my brain. But I was thinking about superpowers. Like, I think we are all born with gifts and talents, and our one of our purposes is to share those gifts and talents with other people. And but a lot of times people think, if you discover some talent, later in life, or what they consider later in life, is because you're a late bloomer. And I can see that we're not late bloomers. Our gifts were just maturing, and they presented themselves at the right time, at the time that we could get the most from the gift, and at the time when we extend that gift to other people, that they could get the most from it. So I want to know, what's your superpower? What's your gift? And did you discover that after 50? You know, and how did that manifest itself? Were you surprised? Were you excited? Were you a little anxious because you were embarking on something new? So I want to know, what's your superpower? And if you feel like you already knew what that was before you were 50, when you turned 50 or later, did that manifest itself in a completely new and surprising way? Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to hop on over to Instagram and say hi. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you're just hopping in, our conversation today is superpowers. What's yours? And did you discover it after 50? So, just to get this conversation started, I would say that as a professional, before I was a beauty entrepreneur, I spent over 30 years in healthcare as a healthcare administrator. And I felt one of my talents was helping other people discover their talent, helping people bring out the best in themselves, helping them find a gift, or pushing them beyond their comfort zone to really excel and blossom and bloom. I think that's my gift, and I really enjoy doing that for other people. I never intentioned being an entrepreneur, and certainly not a beauty entrepreneur. But I would say how that has manifested itself in the second version of me is that through Maison 276, through helping women and not only embrace their silver hair, but take care of it in a way that is easy and manageable, and helping them understand that silver is not difficult, it's just different. That's helping them really explore and discover new areas of their life. So that's how that's manifested itself for me. And not so much that it's a new gift, but that it's manifesting itself in a different way. Lauren, hi. How are you? Good morning. Long time no see. Lauren Coward is speaking of gifts and talents, is an incredibly gifted and talented photographer. And thank you so much for using your gifts and talents and sharing them with me early in my Maison 276 journey as an entrepreneur. Good morning, Brandy Renee. Brandy Renee, I want to know, what's your super talent? I already know what it is, but I want you to share that with the Maison 276 community, and how that shifted from your life as a military professional to now as a marketing professional. I want to know that, Brandy. Drop it in the chat, because I want to share that with everyone. Good morning, Nadella. I know that you have made a recent midlife pivot to become an entrepreneur. So I want you to drop in the chat. See, when you're in the chat and I know who you are, I'm calling you out, because I know what your talents are. I know what your gifts are. I know some of your midlife pivots. So I want you to drop that in the chat so we can share it with everyone. Treasure Again Shop. Good morning, Blue Roses Boutique. Good morning, Big Jean Bean. I hope I'm saying that right. But come on, you guys, don't be shy. Good morning, Lorraine. I want to hear about your superpowers, how they're manifesting themselves. Superpowers are just gifts and talents, okay? If that word's throwing you off, your natural gifts and talents, how you are using that, and how that has evolved now that you're 50 plus. Because I do think some things in life, many things in life, in fact, are like fine wine. They just get better with age. Okay, y'all, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to share your gifts. And I'm drinking this caffeine because if you just joined me, I went to bed at 1:39 a.m. this morning because I was traveling. So I think so everybody's shy this morning. I think that one of the reasons we may not even know that something is a superpower or a gift or a talent is because we use it so effortlessly that it's not really something we have to think about. And so when someone else identifies that as a talent or a gift or a superpower, you're like, what? Like, no, that's just me. Yes, that is you, but that's your super talent. That's your gift. Good morning, Jay Trey Lee. I hope I'm saying that right. Over on Facebook Live, we're talking about superpowers. What's your superpower? And how has that manifested itself now that you're 50 plus? Did you make a midlife pivot? And if you did, are you really leaning into that superpower, or is it something new? I think one of the things that I have found as the Maison 276 community has grown, and just more and more silveristas, just a part of my day-to-day life, I think that one of the most exciting things for me to see is when someone begins to embrace their silver journey. Oftentimes, I don't think they realize it, but sometimes it's just like a cloak is lifted. Like they were already their authentic self, but then once they really start embracing, and I always say it's not the hair, it's the attitude that comes with it. It's the confidence that comes with it as you shed society's expectations of what you should be doing, or what your hair should look like, or in fact, what you should wear. Any of those expectations that society has on us, I think as we shed the dyes and the tints and we embrace our silver, I think it just releases so many other things that we're just not aware of. And it is my great joy to see that in other people and see them stepping into spaces and places that they never even dreamed of. And, I feel very comfortable calling out certain people because their journeys have been so beautiful to watch. Trey's Going Gray is one of them who went from being an educator to now a full-time influencer and model. She was doing a campaign for Macy's. I saw on her Instagram page yesterday, and that's just one example of women who have really, they were already working in their gifts, but man, once they embraced that silver crown, they stepped into a new, I don't even, they stepped into this new space, this new aura, and they glow from the inside out. And again, it's just so beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so Nidella says, I took all the real life experience on my journey and then turned them into simple staples with a statement. And that's the passion behind my brain. I love that. Simple statements, simple staples with a statement. So Nidella has a line of motivational t-shirts, and I love a great message t-shirt, and I wear hers all the time. Yesterday, a few days ago, and I rarely go to the grocery store, but a few days ago, I went actually into the physical grocery store, and I had on one of her shirts, and it says, "My age is a blessing, not a boundary." And I had it on all day, so I just had forgotten about it. And I noticed people like looking at me, and after a moment, after a couple of times of that happening, I looked down because I thought maybe I spilled something on my shirt, but they were reading the shirt, they were reading the message, and a couple of people were nodding, and I thought they were speaking to me, but they weren't speaking to me. They were nodding like affirmation. My age is a blessing. So hop on over to Nidella's Instagram page and look at some of her amazing message t-shirts. And sometimes I wear a message t-shirt when I need to hear it, like when I need the t-shirt to speak to me. And I think that's why I like them so much. So thank you for sharing that. And I do think that that is the beauty of aging, is that I always say we have a toolbox that one we're completely unaware of, and that we haven't figured out, how to use it in other ways, because over the course of our life we've developed an incredible toolbox of skills, of experiences, of lessons learned. And it's not only our responsibility to use that toolbox to sometimes reinvent ourselves, but it's also to use that to help others, inspire, encourage, and help others move forward. So use your toolbox. You would be amazed at what's in there. J. Trey Lee over on Facebook says, it's a sense of freedom. Exactly. And with that freedom, we're just able to move. We're just able to move. John Batiste, I'm from New Orleans. If you guys don't know, I've mentioned that a lot. John Batiste is an incredibly gifted musician, and he has a song called Freedom, and it talks about, how you just move your body a certain way when you feel free. And when I'm kind of having a low energy moment or day, I will put that song on repeat, because when I hear it, I just can't help but move. And it's just that freedom. And so thank you, J. Trey Lee, because I think that's a perfect way to explain it. When you free yourself from coloring that hair, and it doesn't, I always say the hair is a symbol, but there are so many other ways that we can release ourselves, to not only just live our fullest potential, but to have that courage to take that midlife pivot, or to take that toolbox I talked about and use it in a completely different way. Good morning, Deborah. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate you. Nadella also said, it's staying true to who I am, being my authentic self. Self is everything. That is true. And I think especially for many of us that are 50 plus, especially if we worked in corporate America, there were oftentimes part of our authentic self that we maybe felt like we couldn't fully express in that place. Not always, but sometimes. Um, and it was a sacrifice that we made for the sake of our career to continue moving up the corporate ladder. But if you have left that environment, or if you have the freedom and the privilege of retirement, it's like once you leave that space where you kind of put some boundaries around yourself because you were wearing not just the corporate physical uniform, but I call it the corporate mental uniform. Like once you're outside of that environment, and there is that freedom that Trey Lee talked about, I think you start realizing like, oh, okay, now I'm in a space and place where I can really be my authentic self. And then all the creative juices start flowing. Because Nidella, I bet 10 years ago, you probably didn't think you were going to have a t-shirt company. I'm going to bet 100% that's not where you saw yourself. Because I've said many, many times, I left my job as a healthcare administrator to work on Maison 276 full time when I was 57. Like I was very close to being able to retire and completely pivoted. And when I was 45, heck, when I was 50, if you had told me that's what I was going to do, I would have said you were nuts, because I would not have been able to connect the dots. But sometimes we finally get in a space where we can start envisioning something different, and also take risk, right? Because you don't really know how it's going to turn out. But I think at 50 plus, and I'll speak for myself, I was able to take some risk at 57 that I would never have considered at 47. But at 57, I felt I deserve that. I deserve to bet on myself and take that risk, because I could always go back to doing what I had been doing. And I think there is a point in time where you say, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself, and I'm going to take this leap, and I'm going to take this risk. And for many of us, it has been the best thing we could have ever done. I am so grateful for the community that I have built. So many amazing people that I've met that I would never have met in my previous life. The Cafe Juju, somebody else you guys need to know. She's actually was one of the people, I don't even know if she knows or not, who kind of helped me along my vegan. I'm not a vegan, a vegetarian, but I have definitely incorporated a lot of that into my lifestyle. And just my first engagement and introduction to you, the Cafe Juju, a few years ago when we were doing Queen Life, really started that curiosity about the vegan lifestyle. And it's really changed my life, and is why I was able to shed 15 pounds of menopause weight. So thank you for that, and for sharing your gift and your talent, because it really put me on a trajectory to a healthier life. So thank you for that. Freedom is coming up a lot. And I think that is, when you get to a certain stage in life, you feel like you deserve the freedom to do some things. So this is a great conversation. If you guys are just jumping in, this is regular Coffee with Angel. Sometimes we're talking about silver hair. Sometimes we're not. Today we're talking about superpowers. What's your superpower, which is just another name for your, your natural gifts and talents, and how you either discovered new gifts and talents when you turn 50, or how you use those gifts and talents in a different way, midlife pivots. And also, I need my coffee because I didn't go to bed until 1:30 a.m. Also, always remember, after we finish our coffee chats, they're always uploaded to YouTube. After it takes about an hour or so to upload them, but it's uploaded to YouTube, and you can also listen in on our other chats. But today we're talking about superpowers and how they manifest themselves after 50. You guys, at this stage in our lives, we have so much to share, and I think we take it for granted, and take for granted how helpful it can be to other people. So I encourage you, whether you do that, on social media, or whether you just do that in life. I think sometimes we underestimate the value of our journey, and I would really encourage you to share that, because it may just be the thing that somebody else needs to kind of spark that fire under them to embrace their own gifts and talents, or to embrace them in a different way. Good morning, Patty Cake. Good morning, the absolute Stephanie. Good morning, Karan Washington, Karan L. Washington, who taught me how to put makeup on. Thank you so much for joining me. I think that's Karan's superpower and talent for sure, in helping women embrace their own version of beautiful. I certainly consider that one of my missions as the founder of Maison 276. So I want you guys, we have a few minutes left. I want you to drop in the chat not only what your superpower is, but how you have embraced that since you turned 50. Did you discover a new gift and talent, or did you start to use that in a completely different and unexpected way? Sonora Moda. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Heaven. What was that? I was trying to say. I love doing the shout outs, but I don't want to. A grateful life. Good morning. Good morning again. Thank you for joining me on another Coffee with Angel. And also, you guys, if you ever watch one of these afterwards, you can still drop comments in the chat, and I will always see them. I love the comments. I love chit chatting with you guys, whether it's live or after you viewed the recording. And that's also a great opportunity to drop in some topics for additional Fridays. So Monday Night Football is coming up. This is a completely different tangent, but I'm from New Orleans, so I'm going to talk about the Saints are going to be on Monday Night Football. So we're talking football this weekend. I don't know what they're going to do. They started off good, and then I don't know what my Saints are doing. I just don't know. But it's Monday Night Football, and we're going to do a Monday Night Football giveaway on the Maison 276 Instagram page. So stay tuned for details. I'll announce that later today. Also, quick announcement: Maison 276 is back on Amazon Prime. Yes, so excited about that. So now when you're doing all of your other Amazon shopping, you can drop your Maison 276 products in the cart and get those delivered quick, fast, and in a hurry. So excited to be back on Amazon Prime. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so, so much. And I'll put a reminder on Instagram for that as well. But I just appreciate your support so much. And if you're unfamiliar with Maison 276, it is our hero product is a 3-step system for silver gray and blonde hair that brightens, cleanses, and rejuvenates the natural brilliance of your hair without the use of purple dyes, because you deserve better for your hair, and you deserve better than purple dyes. The Maison 276 products are all white, and that means you can use one product to take care of your hair. It works on all hair types and textures. I like to say our community looks like America. So whether you wash your hair once a day or once a week, you can use one system, the Maison 276 3-step system, to take care of your stunning silver crown. And blondies, we got you too. When will the body butters be back? Oh, thank you so much, Deborah. Deborah, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. But I know you're signed up for our email page, and so you'll be among the first to know when the body butters are back in stock. But in the meantime, the number 8 Botaniques dry oil is my go-to all-purpose head to toe fantastic moisturizer. I even use it under my makeup. It is so lightweight. So um, I need to do a tutorial on that because there are so many different ways that you can use it. So thank you for reminding me of that. Good morning, Mary. Thank you again, Angel, for keeping. I always forget to no superpower, just grateful. Mary, you do, sis. Let me tell you, every, you got a superpower. Oh, thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning, Paisley 360. Thank you for helping me. You probably don't know, but I'm trying to take tips from your poses for when I have to take professional shots. So thank you. I appreciate you. I love when I get to do shout outs to people that I may not see in person often, but I always like to give people their public flowers. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. P Funk. P Funk. Okay, that's a Parliament. Somebody's a Parliament fan. You got to be of a certain age to understand what P Funk means, but it is my husband's favorite. Definitely one of my husband's favorites. Okay, you guys. So that's gonna wrap it up for today. I am definitely going to be surviving off of caffeine today. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, I want to say how much I appreciate the comments. I love chit chatting. And I love the topic recommendations, the questions. I absolutely love it. And I look forward to these Coffee with Angels. The time goes by very, very quickly, but I look forward to it. And it's just a great way to start my weekend. So remember, if you're just hopping on, no worries. The Coffee with Angel will be uploaded to not my Instagram page. Coffee with Angel recordings are uploaded to my YouTube page, which is just my name, Angel U Cornelius. Angel U is the middle initial because that's my maiden name. So hop on over to my YouTube page. And also, I just need to say thank you guys so, so much for watching and commenting on the YouTube page. It was, in all transparency, was a struggle to me for me to kind of try to find my lane on that platform. Like I knew that that was going to be that was a comfortable platform for me, but it took me a while to kind of find my groove more or less. So thank you guys for being patient. Thank you for all the comments and the recommendations because it's where I get a lot of the content ideas because the purpose of that channel like it's for you. It's not for me. It's for me to provide information for you to help you be the best version of yourself. So don't hesitate to comment. Don't hesitate to say, hey, Angel, I think you need to talk about this topic because that channel is for you. And it is my great joy to provide you information to make your life easier. Good morning, Veronica. You turned 57 on the 29th. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And happy birthday month. Because, honey, I feel like at a certain age, we could celebrate the whole month. Because trust and believe, I'm celebrating the whole month of December. I'm already telling you right now. Good morning, Shonda. Thank you so much for joining me. Good morning, beautiful Silverista. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And again, if you're just joining me. We're about to wrap it up, but the full episode of not just today, but all of the Coffee with Angels are on my YouTube page, which is Angel U Cornelius. So, about to sign off. Check on the Maison 276 Instagram page tomorrow for the Monday Night Football giveaway of the Maison 276 three-step system, Revive Serum, and the number 8 Botaniques dry oil. Because the Saints are going to be on Monday Night Football. So I'm celebrating that with a giveaway. I don't know who your team is, but you know, it's all about the football season for me right now. Well, not all about, but if you know, you know. So also shout out to Who Dat Nation. If you know, you know. So I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys on Instagram tomorrow when I announce the Monday Night Football giveaway. Have an amazing weekend. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. Take care, you guys. Bye.